Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here, just over here in my kitchen, actually at my dining room table here, working on this Miller XMT 304. And so this is for if you have help code Help-1, what hopefully will fix it. This unit is a 1997 model. It did not look like it had ever been opened up, and when I bought it, it would just come up with Help-1 when you had it in any function up here other than the electrode cold. Don't pick at that. Any of the electrode cold settings. So basically, if you had it in, MIG, pulsed MIG, or constant current with a foot pedal there, it would pop up, work just fine until you tried to have an output. It would pop up with the help error code there, and then the same thing if you had started up with the process selector there in any of the electrode hot settings. This is what it was presenting with. I was lucky and got one of these tech manuals off eBay here. I don't know that everybody's going to be able to find one of these, but I got it off eBay. I would look or just kind of peruse. I think they're around. You just kind of have to get, kind of lucky and find one. But, so yeah, that was the problem. It would just pop up with that Help-1 area code. You could hear the contactors for the unit, which are right up here. Click on and off just like they should. Check your voltages. I believe you're supposed to have 330 volts on these two capacitors here. Everything seems to work okay, which, by the way, let me turn the camera on here so you can see it. These are the old style gray capacitors right there. So if you have the old style caps like that, it might be worth thinking about replacing them. If this unit powers up and works okay, I will probably replace those. I believe they do tend to go bad, and when they go bad in a catastrophic way and destroy this board here, and that gets into some big money because these parts on here are not cheap. But if you look in the tech manual right here, if you have that Help-1 area code, the procedure is to check capacitor 1, which normally sits right here, and then if that checks out okay, it is supposed to be PC1, which is right up there, and I don't know how much that board is, and I suspect it is pretty damn expensive. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm checking the capacitor 1, or rather I checked it with a multimeter. Right here, I could not get a capacitance reading on it with my Fluke. I forget what model it is. It's one of their, higher-end engineering models. But see if I can get it to focus here. And so you can get the part number right there, 178577. It's a 34,000 or a 0.34 thousand microfarad capacitor at 700 volts AC. And this particular one, it was leaking like crazy, enough that the whole bottom of the case down here is full of oil. Now I have read on the internet that if they can leak a little bit and not be bad. So bear that in mind. So find a cap checker, measure it. This one was reading 200 ohms and had no capacitance reading, so I'm hoping that was the problem. Here is the new capacitor that replaced it right there, 186015 if you are ordering that from Miller. I got this from Miller Parts for Less for $116. Most other places they were like $150. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do here, is just replace that. And anytime you're working on any kind of high power circuit like this, do not power it up while you have the case off and you have your face in there, because if the parts in here explode, they go in a big way, and so it can really hurt you. So plus, you've got 300 volts DC on here and a whole lot of current, so that can really mess you up. So just don't do anything stupid. If you don't know what you're doing with this thing, don't mess with it, because you can really hurt yourself. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and replace the capacitor here, and I'll power it up here and see if it works. I'm keeping my fingers crossed there that it actually is that capacitor and not the main board up here. I can kind of go around here and show you the other part of the welder. This side over here. You got some other parts. I don't know what all of them are. Oh, also the switch up here I think can cause that. I was reading online, can cause that same error code. My switch measures out okay. So yeah, I'm not messing with it unless it still is a problem. But stay tuned here. Alrighty, so I burned a few rods here. I have not tried it out on TIG, but Oh, capacitor fixed it just like I was hoping. Pretty neat machine. This is the first time I've ever run an inverter like this.
I want to say hi.
And yeah, hi. Say hi. Anyway, so this is pretty neat. The dig setting on here really is kind of interesting. The higher you set it like that, the more, whenever you kind of push the rod in there, the higher the machine will let the amperage go. So say you can have this set at 50 here, but if you have the dig set, you know, kind of high like that, it'll bump up to say 150, 200 amps, something like that. It's pretty neat how that works. But so yeah, if you're having that Help-1 right there, that's what is causing it, or at least hopefully that's what's causing it, because it's a lot cheaper than the main board. I'm Darlington Farm. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll get some more videos using this thing. It is an interesting machine to run.